My name is Ogonna and I'm the owner of Minibees Bakery. Well, I like to think of it as a specialist bakery company in Lekki. We do mostly specialty breads like baguettes, bagels, whole wheat breads made with 100% whole wheat. And we also do cakes, celebration cakes for birthdays, weddings, that kind of things. We first started business in 2015, and since then the business has grown, it's evolved, it's developed in more ways than I could have ever imagined when we started. And when we started, we really were more focused on sort of cakes and desserts. But over the 2 years, we've introduced a lot of specialty breads because we realized there was actually quite a lot of demand in Lagos from people that have lived all over the world and come back to Nigeria. They want that sort of New York bagel taste or that French baguette. Loads of different things that are kind of new and exciting in Nigeria. People that are coming back and have been all over the world are excited to be able to find this kind of things, and we get a lot of orders about them. So we have a total of 22 employees at the moment. That includes, I count myself as an employee, but also the manager, the salespeople. In terms of management, when we initially started, it was very much a trial and error thing. I've never been an employer before until this company started in Nigeria. I did bake before and sell stuff that I baked, but I was working for myself and I only worked with one other person previously. So when we were opening, obviously we knew we'd have to get staff, and I tried a few other employment agents that I'd heard about, especially for the kitchen staff. And once it came to getting people for customer services, like front of house people, it was really difficult to get well-trained people. I'd already interviewed quite a few before I came across Wave. So once I heard about Wave, I realized a few shops in the same mall as we were using staff from there, and they highly recommended them. They can be open, they can be themselves, they can try things, they can take initiative without fear of repercussions. Having that kind of environment where everyone can really sort of be themselves and do their best, really. What I loved about Wave was the fact that they've pre-selected people in a way. So they've got a massive pool of people, they've selected the ones they feel are capable of doing a great job, and then they've also gone on to train them and give them the skills that they think that they will need to thrive in the industry, especially in the service industry. It's difficult in Nigeria, especially getting good customer service in the food industry, anywhere else really. Most people are kind of like, just turn up to work, do what they're supposed to do, go home. But then it's very difficult to actually get good customer services. So I was so thrilled. Not only did the people that I met from Wave shine at the interviews, I didn't even have to, once I'd met them, I didn't have to select them or choose them. Everyone I met was perfectly packaged already, essentially. Once they started working as well, that continued all the way through. Most of the staff that we got from Wave are still with us. They're still performing well. They're the ones that are managing other people now and supervising. They're doing absolutely amazingly. They relate to customers exceptionally well. Even unhappy customers, they have a natural instinct, probably from the training they've got as well, for dealing with customers and sorting out problems. They take initiative. They don't, always check with the manager or check with the boss. They use their common sense as well, which is actually also very rare in Nigeria. So one of the feedback we always get here at Minibees is that our staff are very well trained and they're always responsive, and they really go above and beyond. And every time we've expanded, every time we've needed to get on more staff, it's always my first and only port of call to go to Wave. Even when we don't go directly to Wave, we might somehow come across another Wave trained employee, and it's never something I've regretted.
My name is Ibironke Awuni. I work as a sales rep in a Minibees bakery. Mostly I leave my home like 4:30 to 5 to kind of like resume here by 8 o'clock every day. Mostly. Before Wave, financially it was kind of like fair, because I was actually doing some little things then too before Wave. But after Wave, I think it's much more better. During Wave training, actually staying in Abulega. And the main difficulty is kind of like the transport, like getting to Wave, which is at Yaba from Abulega. From my place, I have to take like 4 buses to Yaba. And you know Lagos with that traffic, so you just have to wake up very early. We are so determined. And because I actually want to have more experience and add to my CV, so I was determined that, okay, I really want to go through this wave training. So I always wake up very early in the morning, to get to Yaba. Then after my wave training, and I got a job at Lekki from Abulegba away. Because of, let me just say, I've actually kind of been used to it because of the wave training I went through. So it wasn't so difficult for me coming over to Lekki. Though it's actually kind of like a challenge, but I just have to go through it.
My name is Ewa Musumola. I work in Minibees bakery. I am the storekeeper. Like if you are good, you are good. Like if you possess all the skills that you need, because the employers, like they need something in you. So once you have it, you are good to go. I learned communication skills from how to communicate better. There's a saying that says no pain, no gain. So if you can just try and manage yourself, go through with, try to adapt to it, to the training. It's just like 3 weeks or thereabout. Then after the training, you are good to go. You get yourself a job at the end of the day.
BARBAR multi-dynamic. It has a bar, it has a barber shop. From the outside, we have the courtyard, which is the outside. We have the bar in here, which is the inside bar, and we have the barber shop. So the reason why it's called BARBAR is the concept of the bar and the barber shop. So customers that come in to cut their hair could as well tends to be the customer that is patronizing us here in the bar. Customer that is in the bar here could as well be the same customer that is patronizing us there in the barber shop. So people back get a free cocktail on the house and get a haircut. Be happy in a conducive environment, and customers are happy. For BARBAR, I must confess to you that it's easy to know what's happening with wage staffs and those that are not wage staffs. BARBAR is 3 years gone already, and we've had staff that are pioneer staff, which 90% of the staffs were from Wave, and I could proudly tell you till today they are still here. And I have joined BARBAR since January, and the staff turnover has been high because for one reason or the other, we've tended to get staff referred to me, and we're probably taking them away from Wave, which for me sometimes was a test. But as I speak to you right now, all of this staff for one reason or the other have been fired. And the magic about Wave staff I'm still yet to discover, but it's something I think deeply inside of me I know. So back to the issues that all of the staff I'm still working with are still the pioneer staffs that are from Wave. They're still doing what they're doing and they're still on top of their game. I was at Wave 2014, which is 3 years back. I was among those for the 3 weeks employability skills training, which I was opportunity to be part of. And since then, I think after Wave, after the old training thing was like a limelight for me in hospitality, because so many things have changed for me after the training, which I must give credit to Wave. I must give credit to Misan, the CEO of Wave. She was able to, after some 1 or 2 discussions with her, she was able to talk me into breaking away from my shell, and since then it's been working well and been far. Power before Wave to say I don't train. I never believed I could do it, but I discovered that it's something that I held on to. I've been holding on to since I left Wave after the old training. And now I can boldly say I'm now a trainer. I've trained for a couple of consultant firm recruiting staffs for organizations. I've been able to train for some organizations like BLD and stuff to recruit staffs. So that was possible because I was at Wave. I graduated from Wave with the employability skills, and my relationship with Wave has been superb. Going back to Wave to pass my knowledge to the upcoming alumni, that's back then Wave, it's something I've been doing with joy, and I'm still doing as I'm seated right here, and it's been joyous, and I get all sort of feedback every day, which for me has been remarkable. It's joyous doing it. For hospitality to say, I strongly would say it's not really about the certificate right now. It's about experience, it's about personal attributes, it's about personal skills, it's about you. Because the certificate tends not to do the job. And where I am today, because I've put in all of my effort, I've put in all of my skills, I've put in all of my experience. So I've been able to break out, to be able to be doing well. So I would strongly pass out my message out there. It's not about what your educational qualification is, it's about you. It's about what you can bring out of yourself. It's about discovering yourself, putting in your talent, putting in your skills, getting your experience from one level to the other, and put all together to be a better staff and a better employee.
My name is Taiwo Golua. I'm a waiter at BARBAR. My challenge during the Wave program is waking up early. So I have sistership for work. So I used to wake up around 5 a.m. in the morning. So I'm used to it. My challenge is receiving order from customers. Maybe you have a lot of customers on your table. Then you are like about 4 or 5. Then you have to listen to them very well. So how I overcome it is listening to them attentively. Then after repeating their order to them one by one. I love communicating with my customers. I like to hear more new things from them.
My name is Rome Igrakwata. I'm one of the co-owners of Ryder Lounge. It's an indoor cycling studio, the only boutique cycling studio in Lagos, and I'd say the only virtual cycling studio in all of Africa. Me and my partners, we wanted to start a fitness place at the time, a year and a half ago. We're looking for something fun, something more fun, and that's really how Ryder Lounge came about. At the time, there was no dedicated spin studio in the country, and we felt like we were missing something. We set about creating this place, and yeah, so far so good. It's an alternative to the regular forms of fitness, and really at about the same time, fitness had started becoming a thing in Nigeria. People were beginning to get conscious about their health and their wellness, basically. So it was a good time to get into fitness. Before we started, I'm sure like every new business, we considered staffing seriously, and we did lots and lots of interviews. And really there's a gap between people who have certificates and actual suitability for job roles. So we did lots of interviews, and we found a big discrepancy between what they had on paper and the person sitting in front of us. So someone recommended Wave to us, and I went in for interviews, and there was a great difference, and I'm very thrilled with the results I've gotten. So I feel like Wave is doing a great job. It's really not easy finding good staff, and again, it's not the fault of the people who come in looking for a job. It's just that nobody really trained them in key skills, communication, teamwork, taking initiative. So I would say if you can't go through the large number of people you will need to go through to find that diamond in the rough, then Wave is your best bet.
My name is Maureen Okafor. I work in Ryder Lounge as a receptionist. Before Wave, it was very, very difficult for me to get a job. I went to a lot of interviews, submitting CV, different organization, but it was hard. After interview, go, I'll call you. I wait. There was no call. Not until when I was coming back from the market with my sister. So I saw all the wave staff on their storming. So I collected the flyer. So I attended the training, and after the 2 weeks training, I got a job here in Ryder. It's very, very comfortable. Like, I'm enjoying the job. Ever since I started working, it's up to 7 months now. I had no issue at all. During the training, the first day we were asked to make a paper bag. It was very difficult for me because I had no experience on how to make a bag with a paper. So at first, I was very, very hungry. I was like, what is this? So I have no choice than to comply with everybody. And to my greatest surprise, after making the bag, we're asked to go out and sell the bag, and I sold the highest. Most times, if you don't have connection, you want to get a job, you don't know anybody on the organization you're going to, maybe you don't know the manager, you don't know the owner of the company, it will be very, very hard. It has happened to me. So I believe if you don't have any connection, it will be hard for you to get a job. I can say it's true connection because Wave connected me to Ryder Lounge. So after the interview, I was picked to work here. I think getting the job from Wave, it's if you listen attentively during the 2 weeks training and follow their rules and regulation, and you go for the interview based on what you've been trained during the 2 weeks training in Wave, I believe you can get the job. Not only helping me to stay in my job, it has also helped me personally on my own life issue. I know I had some weak points, which to the extent I don't know how to control it. So after the 2 weeks in Wave, I was able to control it and put them in practice, which is also helping me at my place of work as well. I would advise them not to stay idle, despite the fact it's hard to get a job here in our country, Nigeria. I advise them not to fold their hands, stay down one place. And I also advise them to locate Wave. After the 2 weeks training, they will get a job.